So how do you glue your shoes when the soles are coming apart? In this video, I'm going to give you my best tips and tools and a 4-step training tutorial that'll help you do the job just like a professional. Coming up. Aloha guys, Teri Edmonds here, coming to you from my shoe shop in Maui, Hawaii called If the Shoe Fits. I'm a cobbler and a shoemaker, amongst other things, but today specifically a cobbler. And I'm going to share with you my training tips for doing a shoe gluing. They're different. There are about 4 different types of gluing that you'll do, shoes that you'll come across that take different treatments. And in those, I'm going to make special videos for each one. An Air Jordan, because I get a lot of those, a Birkenstock, and some basics. So you can click those links here, it'll take you right to those videos. So once you get these 4 steps down, you can do any type of a shoe. And like I said, with the assistance of my other video tutorials, you'll get the job done just like a professional. So here we go, and let's get started. Hey guys, so here we are. We're about to attempt to glue our Nike Air Jordans. These are awesome. This is a collector's edition. And first in the steps, if you haven't already seen how to mix your glue, check out this this link right here. It'll take you to the main gluing video that'll show you how to mix your glue. But for now, the step 1 in our 4-step training process on gluing is to disassemble. So I'm doing that, and I'm also taking off anything that might impede us trying to repair it later, like it's got some kind of a plasticky surface here which will likely get in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. It's holding some of the foam together in this Air Jordan, but I'm going to go ahead and just pull that off. And go take a little bit more. It's coming off. I just got to give it some muscles. Yeah, that would definitely get in our way. So sometimes stuff like this, you glue it and it just, oh, it's a nightmare. Anyway, that's the first step. And on this one, I happen to know that this Nike is going to need, there are 2 layers. This layer is coming apart and the bottom layer is coming apart. So as to which way I start, I'm probably going to start on this inside. So I'm going to keep pulling it apart. Look at how easy that came apart. We're lucky today in these videos because they're working really easily. So that's nice. But I want to be careful, you know, when you go to pull sneakers apart like this, sometimes they're glued so well together that it starts to ruin the shoes. So I want to be careful. You know, I don't want to cause more work for myself, but I do see it coming off very easily. There we go. Pretty typical. So this is pretty much what you see in a regular shoe. A couple layers. This little layer will come out. This is where some of the cushion is. I do like to give it a spot of glue. I like to test everything inside the shoe. Take your screwdriver, make sure everything is sticking. So this one, again, look how easy. If your shoe's coming unglued, it's probably unglued everywhere. So I put a little shot of glue in there with my handy little tool. And we'll stick that right back in there. There we go. All right. This one's pretty clean. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a nice light grit sanding here. You know, I'm probably, honestly, I don't like to take these things all the way apart because sometimes it's hard to just fit them back together just right. So what I recommend on something like this is that you actually just do half of it at a time, okay? I'm gonna leave that front half on there and I'll come in here with some glue so that I know that this is all gonna line up. Then I'll come back around, pull off the front and glue that once the back has cured. I also very much like to look at the top. We also like to look at this top part of the shoe here because this is where it's hard to stick sometimes. So I want to give it a little abrasiveness. Like that. And it kind of gives me a scratched surface so that the glue will actually get in there. But I'm only doing it up to the line of where the original glue line was, right? We don't want to ruin the shoe. So there we go, and it's ready to go. We'll go ahead and put the respirator on and start gluing. Okay, here we are. I'm going to assemble. We're just past, we finished that first layer of gluing, and we're going to assemble that part now. And I'm going to use the edge of my paintbrush. That'll help, any tool that you have. When I let this glue, when I put this shoe in here wet, and that's because the shoe sole comes up around the shoe. When I talk about contact cement, there's two ways to use it. With a shoe like this, where the sole comes up around, you want to glue both sides of the surfaces and put the shoe together where you think it's going to be. Press the sides, get rid of the strings, and let it dry. And now I'm going to assemble it. So I'm going to go ahead and, I grab the bottom, and I'm going to pull these edges here together. And I actually like to use a little tool sometimes. But I also want to do the back. I want to do the back and the front at the same time. You don't want to over-assemble one side and then come out to the other side and realize that it's off. So I say start with the front and start with the back. And lovely, lovely, lovely. Going together quite well. Yeah, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and use my tool to make sure that it can press right up against there, which is nice. See that? And we'll go ahead and do the same thing here, just right at the edge, so I know exactly where the old glue line was. And I like my glue because it's yellow and I can see it. I can see the glue line. So look how nice that is. Ha! There, Jordan, you got nothing on me, man. So anyway, here we go. Really well done. It's going together quite nicely, which is great. All right, lovely. And I've got a little bit of excess glue here. I'll just take the edge of the brush, and it will help get rid of some of this extra line that's glue that's on over the edge of the line. So that's nice. All right, and we'll go ahead and assemble the second one. I love helping customers that collect Air Jordans because they love their shoes so much. These kids, they're kids usually, and they love their Jordans. It's so great. So I love doing them. They'll invest the money to have me do it right for them. So there. All right, so we've done that first layer of assembly. I'm going to go ahead and put my mask on, and we'll go ahead and do this bottom layer now. So here we are, we're in the assembly process again. We've already done the first layer, now I glued this back side. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble that together. This is a great tool, it's like my big screwdriver. It's got a nice flat head on it. And what I like to do is just go ahead and really press this. I'm squishing the sole this way, and I'm going to press this top part down so it gives me a really nice seal right there. See that? Oh my gosh, perfect. Okay, we are on the final step here. This is just some touch-up. Again, I use the Angelus paint. This is in the white. It's really great for Air Jordans. I use it all the time. And I'm just going to do some cleanup work around paint over some spots. Like he had some scuffs in here. I'm going to go ahead and just paint that for him. Do a nice little trim line. And what I'll do is, to not show my brush marks, like I'll go ahead and just cover up whatever paint is there, and then I'll just lightly brush it. That will cover up and not look like it's been painted. Okay, beautiful. We are done with these Air Jordans. What a great fun time putting those together. I hope it was helpful for you and valuable for you. Again, the Angelus paint you can buy on my website through Amazon, which is fabulous. They'll deliver it right to you. They have all different kinds of colors, blacks, reds. Those are my best sellers for the Air Jordans. So thanks again. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And subscribe to my channel if you want some more videos like this and good training tutorials. And otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate the support. You must know that. I bid you adieu. Farewell from Maui. Aloha.